My name's Carole Freiburger, and I'm a physician at St. Luke's Hospital. I'm an intensivist, which means that I take care of ICU patients. I love my job. It's the only thing I wanted to do, and I'm so happy I made that decision. It is one of the most rewarding and fulfilling things that I've found in my life. My husband is a physician, and recently he had 2 people die of suicide at the hospital he works at. One of those physicians was somebody in our immediate community at home. It was a man whose family went to the same grade school. His children were in the same grade school as my children were. He lived up the street from us. Was a young man with young children. And it rocked my husband to the core. I think what we don't realize is suicide affects the immediate people, it affects the families, but it affects the community as a whole. And it really brings in so many different emotions, like what could I have noticed, what could I have done differently, how could I have supported this person? I think physicians are asked more and more to do more and more. We're asked to take care of our patients. We're asked to serve on committees. We are asked to take on even more responsibilities. And once you get good at that, and once you are able to manage the additional responsibilities, then more are put on you. And there's a point at which you can't juggle all of those things anymore. And it really comes down to, how do you cope with that? We're expected to always be on our A game. We're expected to always be present, to endure any workload that we are asked, to never take a day off, to never call in sick. I can't imagine what it would be like to call in sick. In order to do so, I would have to find someone to fill in for me, and so many times we feel like we can't do that, and we sometimes go above and beyond what we're actually physically capable of doing. Do you quit and find another job someplace else? Sometimes that's really difficult. If you're in a very specialized profession, there's only very limited places that you can go. If you do not have a strong support system, if you do not have administration who supports you, it can get bad fast. And it's not just with you and your hospital. The language when we try and get our licenses, when I'm trying to get a state license, there's a full battery of tests asking about, have you ever suffered from mental illness? Have you ever suffered from substance abuse? And it keeps going. It's on the credentialing paperwork for most hospitals. Physicians feel like they can't talk about it. Even from residency, you are taught, endure, suck it up, and asking for help just many times doesn't seem like an option. I am extremely impressed with our city's graduate medical education. All the different training programs have recognized that medical students and residents are at a high risk of suicide, and sometimes even a higher risk of suicide than fully vetted physician counterparts. I think our GME departments are working very hard at getting rid of the stigma of not being okay.